Hi, I'm Rachel from revisewithrachel.com, and today I'll be teaching you about the definitions of abnormality. Now there's 3 definitions that you need to know, and you'll need to know a couple of weaknesses along with each one. You should probably learn the definitions off by heart because they're very important for the exam. The first definition is deviation from social norms. Social norms are implicit rules about how one ought to behave, and anyone that deviates from this will be considered abnormal. A problem with this definition is that the context of the behaviour matters. For example, if you saw someone walking down the street dressed up as a banana, then you'd probably think there was something not quite right with them. However, if you knew they were going to a fancy dress party, then this would just be considered normal. Another problem is that just because somebody does not conform to society's rules, this doesn't necessarily make them mad. They might just be a rebellious teenager. The second definition is deviation from ideal mental health. This definition states that mentally healthy people possess certain characteristics, and if you do not possess one of these characteristics, then you're considered abnormal. Such characteristics are self-actualization, which is reaching your potential, autonomy, which is the ability to be able to function without other people, and self-esteem, which is having a feeling of self-worth. However, for self-actualization, nobody knows what your potential is, so you can't possibly know when you've reached it. Also, the definition is just too ideal. Just because someone has a low self-esteem, this doesn't mean that they're mad. Lots of people have low self-esteem. The third definition is failure to function adequately. This definition is that societies have expectations and obligations about how one should contribute to society and live their lives, and anyone that does not do this is abnormal. A problem with this definition is that it's very judgmental. Just because you do not meet society's expectations, this does not make you abnormal. For example, if an expectation may be that everyone in society should have a job, just because you don't have a job, that doesn't mean you're a weirdo. You might just be lazy. Another weakness of this definition is that at some times in our lives it would be considered abnormal to function adequately. For example, we would not be expected to function adequately after the death of a close relative. Finally, a criticism of all definitions is that because they're linked to culture and social norms, these change over culture, time and place. Therefore, there will never be any consistency in diagnosis of abnormality. So there you have it, the definitions of abnormality. If you found this tutorial useful, then please like it, subscribe to my channel and tell all your friends about my website, which is www.revisewithrachel.com.